All right, this is going to be Call Me the Breeze by Lynyrd Skynyrd, of course written by the great J.J. Cale. We're going to start out with this big slide up and down the neck, aim for like the 16th fret of the E string. That's our basic first rhythm. So you could get it like a separated A bass in this chord. Or you can kind of hit them at the same time. Sounds pretty cool when you do it where you separate those though. You got the bass, chord, bass, 5-2, and then we have like an open, and then a pull off, 3 open, little bend on that G back here. Bass first and then those 5s, so we got. And that was a 3-4 in the A, 2-4 in the D, so we got. And then the third time, get into a little fill in here. So that'd be bending the 4 up on the G string, get the 5 underneath it on the second string and bend it down. A couple bends on that 4 there, so this would sound like. So that kind of resumes and that finishes up your intro. So we're gonna have we get into the verse, we're gonna have a. It's kind of a 5-5-2, 5-2. So we're gonna get into this D chord. You can have like a kind of a honky tonk thing, or you can just kind of play this power chord. Kind of a walk up into the second time through. So. Little chromatic walk down. So that walk up was like 0-3-4 in the A into the D again. 5-4-3-2 with your power chords. We get into the E chord here. Kind of hammer that 9-11 on the D. You got 9s, 8s, and 7s to the D chord again, so that's from E to D, kind of turn around. And at the end of that D measure, got a little bend on that 3rd fret of the A. And then you'd be in the next verse, so you got. And they've got the D. E. Okay, then we're into the solo. So this is all kind of Gary Rossington's parts on this lesson here. So the solo rhythm behind his solo is going to be like one of these honky tonk things. We can come up here in this A up here. We got. So we got. Got to jump up to that 10 there on that last one. So we got. Do this 4 times. D. Walk down. E. Okay, so that'd be once through the whole 12-bar blues right there. So let's try that again. A 1, 2, 3, and. D. Walk down. Okay, now we're gonna do Gary Rossington's solo. So it starts out with. Okay, so we got these 7 type chords, A7 chord, A flat 7, A7. So what we're doing the first time, sliding into the 9 with the middle finger and the G string. Okay, so it's like 5 sets of that kind of thing. We got 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of just do 2 notes on that one. We're gonna do the same thing sliding into the 8, 7, 8. Then when we go back up to the 9, 8, 9, we're gonna go. So we have 3rd string, 1st, 2nd, 1st, and each time we're gonna slide back in. So it's. Okay, so all together you got. Okay, so it's like 8 sets of that thing. And then we're gonna move on to the next riff. We got. So slide into the 6, and then 5, 5, and then 8 to 10 on the second. Then we have a bend on the 8, 10 up here. We got. So we got. And then we're gonna jump down here and do a half stepper. We got 5, and then a little half step bend up and down on the 7. Then 8, 5, go to the 5 here, and then 8, 5, pull off. We're gonna have 5, 8, 5, bend the 7 on the G string. So bend up and down on the 7, 5 to 6, and then we're going. And that will become a repeat riff also. So we have 7, 5, 7, little bend on these 5s on the G and B. So you do like 5 of those, and it's gonna end with. So we go 7, 5 on the D, and then we get into a repeating riff. We got 7, 5, 3 on the A, and this will kind of start a new one. 5 to 7 to 5. So we got 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 3. And that'll end with 5, 3, 5. So all together the solo we got. So after we go bada boom. Okay, so let's look at all that again with that. 3, 5 to 7. And that was 5, 7, 7 on the A, back to that 5. So slide from the 7 to 9 on the A. 2 7s here. So. 9, 7 again. And that was 9 to 11 on the D. 9, 11 G. Okay, so we got. So slide up. We got 11, 10. So 12 up and down, pull off, 12, 10 again, 11, 10 again, so we got. So you end up doing that bend thing, 12 on the B string, 12 underneath it. You're gonna do that for 4 bars straight, so it's a long, long time on that. And it's finally going to end with. So 3 bends on that as a chord. So we got a bunch of bends on these. We got, and then you're gonna go little string 12, bend it down. You got bend on the 12 in the second, 10, 12, 10 after that. Bend on the 12 in the second, 12, 10. So that's gonna end like a. So dum da dum. This is kind of get towards the end of it. It's gonna get like a 10, 11 to 9. Take that 9 down to the 7, 5, 7. That little chord, and then we're gonna jump up here like to the 18 with your middle finger. So we're gonna have a series of bends: 19th fret of the G, doubles on the 17 on the B, and then we're gonna get into a. So we're bending the 19 and going 17, 17. There's like 5 sets of each of those like repeating riffs. And then it's going to end with. So that was a little bend on the 7. Pull off. That's just like we did before. So. And this is going to end with 7, 5, 7, 5, 3, and then 3, 4 to 2, 4. And then bend on this 4 in the G. So ends like that. So let me give the whole thing a shot here. So we got. Next verse. And now at the end of the song, it's gonna stop on that D, and you're gonna have a walk up. So that's A, C sharp power chord, 4th fret, D, D sharp, E, and then you're gonna end with a B flat 7 to an A7. Mr. Breeze. All right, this is Call Me the Breeze, part 2. We're going to start out with the, I believe, Alan Collins solo comes in after the intro. You got that. All right, so that's that solo there. So we come in with. Slide into the 11 on the D, 9, 11 on the G, to your A note there, 10th fret of the B string. And then we go. So you bend the 12 on the B string, kind of a hammer on, 10, 12, back to the 10. So So this time we add a little phrase to it. We got 10, 11, 12 bend to the 10 there. So 12 and then 12 bend to the 10, and then you got a 12 on the B string, a little 12 underneath it, bend up and down there. So the whole thing we got. Okay, so here we have, so 10 and then 12 bend, pull it off. Okay, so go to the 11 there, 10, 12, 10, and there could be another 11 here at the end, but I find it easier to just finish with the 10 and then do that kind of up down thing, right? So the last riff is, okay, up the second, down the third, that's how I do it. So the whole thing would be. So the two rhythms, you know, were like. But the other one that goes with it is that honky tonk, kind of more basic one. And you could do it up here, you know. But I kind of went over that in the other lesson. So now we're going to move to the next piece. We're going to have this. So these are like fills in a verse, okay? So you're gonna slide into the 9 and the 8 and the G and B. So we have a slide down from 9 to 7 on the G, pull off to the 5, 2 7s on the D, so we got 7, 5, 5, 7, 5 on the D. Slide quick from the 7 to 5 to 3, pull off there on the A. 5, 3, 5. So once again we got. Now the next one has some little pick scratches in it before it gets going. Then it goes. So it's 9 on the G to 10 on the B. Okay, so kind of back and forth with those. And then we're gonna kind of have a little vibrato on that 10, and then a little bend on this 8 down here on the E string. The next one, we're going to bend this 10, take it down, and then 8 to 9 hammer on, and then 10 to 9 on the G. 10, 10 here, so we get. Now here we have 8, and then 9, 7, slides down and back to the 8. Okay, so it's 8, 9, 7, 9, 8, 9, 7, 5 to 6 down here. So we have. So it's kind of hard to hear what's happening in here, but it sounds, you kind of pull it off like this. Bending that 7 on the G. A few 5s down there on the second string to that E note down here, 7th fret of the A. So this whole kind of lead again was like. Okay, so this one we're going to go 7 on the A, 5 to 7 on the D, 5 on the G, 6 on the D, 4 to 4 to 2. So it's kind of combining like minor and major pentatonics, if I have this right. It's what I saw in the tab I've listened to, and it seems right. It's kind of weird, but. So you start with the minor pentatonic, and then you start shifting into the major pentatonic scale there. So we got 9, 10, 10, 9, 10, 10, another 8 to 9 down here, and then we're gonna go. So this is a 8, 9, 8, 9 on the G, 8 to 10 here. So we got 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, bend, bend. Okay, so the end of this part again, we got. Okay, so let's go through that whole solo. We got. Okay, and those were fills around a verse. That actually leads into the Gary Rossington solo that I did in the other lesson. If you want to check that out, if you haven't seen that one yet, be sure to check that one out after this. So here we have more fills around a verse. Okay, so that was 2 to 4 on the D string, and then 2 and a bend on the 4 on the G. And then we'll start the same, but we'll bend the 3 on the second string. And you want to try to get a little pinch harmonic on these, a little artificial harmonic. So the third time, we do the same intro to it, and then we get the 5th fret of the second string. We bend that 4 up and down on the G, pull it off, go to the 4 and the D and back. So it's. And then we're going to come up here and go. So quick 13 to 15 on the B string. Back to the 13. We got to pull off on the G string, 14, 12. 14 on the D, back in there. So we got. And then we have. So we have a 12. 12, 14 on the D, 12 to 14. So it's. Then you jump up to the 14, 16, and 14. So we have a bend on the 17 then, and then a little bend. So we had a kind of a 2 fret, 1 step bend, and then like a half step bend. So we have 14, 16, 14. We have the pull off there. Same thing here. End on that 14 on the D, and then we go. So 16 down to the 14 and 12. 14 here. 14 to 12. Then it's going to end with 4 bends with this 15 and then the 15 underneath it. So the last one comes down off that 15, pulls off to the 13. A couple of 14s here. So this part goes, here's another example of starting with like a minor pentatonic scale and ending with a major. So we have 13 to 15 on the B string, little 12 here, but then we're going to go to a major pentatonic note, that 14 there, the C sharp. And then we go 12, 14, and bend the 15 twice. So. Okay, so all these fills again was. Okay, then you got piano solo. Now we got a cool riff in this piano solo. We got. Okay, so it's A, 3, 4, 2, 4 in the D, a couple D's down here in the G, 5, 4, 2 on the D. So. try that. 2, 3, 4. Coming to the D. Okay, so I wrote that one down in the tab. Kind of a bass and then slide your chord back and forth. Kind of goes with like a horn section thing they got in there, I'm pretty sure. And you can take that chromatic down like we talked about in the other one. And we got 2 more riffs. Now this one's gonna go from the 4, 5, 6, 7 into the E, D, and then A7 will do the same thing. Okay, then the next verse we have more fills. We have so we have 7 on the A to 7 on the D. You could do it down here, I guess. Might snap a little more, but I got it up here, so it's. And then just 2 bends that second time, so it's. So 7 and then bend on the 9 back to 7. To the 10 here on the A, and then one of those 7, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. So. And then we got. So bend the 13 on the second. Regular note. 10, 11, 10. That 11's on the G. And then we get into a series of bends with the 12 and the 12 underneath. And then we end with a. So we're gonna go. We get out of one of these. You gotta just kind of listen to it, see how many times. I wrote down 17 times. I think that's what it is. So you're gonna bend this one down at the end of it. Pull off. 11 back to 10. We got an 11, 9 on the G. 11 on the D. Back to that 9. So we got 9, 9, 10, 11 to the 10 here in the second. And then we got 13 on the second, 11 on the G, 10 on the B string. And then we're gonna go. So we slide into that 9 and 8, hit the 7s, 5 to 6, kind of do a chord out of it. So 3 times and then. So 7 on the G, 5, 6, 7 to 7, going up to the D and A. Okay, so we got. Now we have one more little set. We got. So 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, and then 9 to 11 into that 10. And then we have. So double hammer-ons. We got 9, 10, 11 on the D. Same on the G, so that 10 there. So this one goes 12 on the A, 10 to 11. You got 9 to 11 here on the D. So we have a 10, 11, 9, and back. So we got 10, 9, 12, 10 on the A, 12, 10 up here. So we got. Then the next one goes 4 to 5 on the A, 4 on the D, 5 over here, 4 to 7 back on the D. Okay, then we go up high. We got the 17s up here. So we had strings 2 to 1 to 2. Then 20 on the second string. Bend that twice. We got 17 down here. Pull off 20, 17. up and down on that 19 on the G. So we got. So we go back to the 17, the 19. We got the bend on the 19, 20 underneath it. So we go. Pull off here, and then 19 on the D, and then 17. Go to those bigger 19s there. So we got. So a little bend on that. And then we have. We got a little 14, 16, and 14. Ends with a 17, 16, 14. And then we have this little bluesy slide. 13 to 12 to 10 to the A note, that 12 here. And then the chords are. And then this guitar that's doing like the fill stuff will come up here 10, 9, 10. And 9, 8, 9. When the B flat 7 and A 7 chords are hitting at the end. All right, this is going to be a lesson on some Steve Gaines solos from That Smell by Lynyrd Skynyrd. So the first one we have goes like this. Okay, so we had this 5th fret bend on the 5th string. Going to the 3 twice there. Got that pull off to the A down there. Down to that F here, so we got. Okay, so we got. So we're in the A minor pentatonic there. Okay, so let's slow all that down. We got. And then we got 8, 7, 5. Okay, so that went 7 to 5 to 8 to little 5 to little 8. And then we're going to go. So we get into a 10, 8, 10, 12, 8, 10. Okay, so one more time through, we got. Nine, 10, 7, 8, 5, 6 right there. Okay, so that's the first solo. Now the second solo is going to go. Okay, so what's happening there is we're into the 10 on the second string, to the 8, 10 and bending. And we're going to go a few bends on that. And then we're going to have a. So 10, 8 to 7 to 8. Okay, so taking it through slow, we got. So this last part is we got bend that little 8. This is a bend up on the second string. And you bend down, so you bring that 7 with you. So you release that 7 down to that 5 and 7. Okay, so one more time on this. Okay, then we're into the third solo. So this one's going into the double lead. We're gonna have. Okay, so let's take a look at that. We got that 9 and 8 and the G and B. And then slide into those again. And then we come up here in the octave. Okay, so jumping up in that, we're going on the 17 and 19. Okay, and then we have an answer back thing. So that's going to be 17, 16, 19, and 17. We're just going up the scale there. Then we start going quicker, so it's. All right, I'm hitting them all one more time. Here we go. Okay, then the second one. And the third one. Okay, so that was A power chord, 5 and 7. Go into the 5 on the big string, and then the 3 here on the 5th. slide from 5 to 7 on the A there. And then we're gonna hit the 2 middle strings on the 5. We're gonna try to hammer on pull off on the 7th fret of the D, but get it real tall so you can still hear the chord kind of rolling. So we got, go down to that 7 on the A, slide it down, and then the rhythm would be like, so F, A minor. Okay, but the solo, Gary's got a solo up in there, so it goes. And he's doing some pinch harmonics in there and stuff, so you try to pinch that harmonic. And a pinch harmonic is when you get way up on the end of the pick, like you're way down at the very end of it. And you just try to get that sweet spot. It's hard to get every time. But Gary Rossington was really good at that. So once again, we got. So we're bending that 7 on the G, up and down, take it off, go down to the A note down here. So to the 5, and then. So that was A string, quick 7 to 5 to 3. Big 5 up there. So kind of try to pinch harmonic most everything. So that one was 2 bends on the 7 down to the 5, and then another couple bends. Vibrato that one there, and then down to the 5. Quick 8 to 10 on the 2nd string, and then we got the 7 and 8 going to the 9 and 10. And that was 8, 10, 8 to that 9 over here. Hammer into the 10, hit it a couple more times. Try to get the pinch harmonic on it. Has a couple, a bend up and down, and then a couple bends up and down. Then we're gonna have a. So we got a. Could either be the double thing or just a 5 to 7 on the D. Couple more 7s, pull off to that 7, slide that one down. So the beginning again was. Now we're in a verse. We got F and A minor. Now we got a little riff here. D string, open to 2. Another 2. 2 to open on the G. 2 on the A to that 3, which is part of the F chord. So here you go. The middle strings opens to 2s. This riff again. Chorus. So the chorus is going to bring in the G in there between the F and the A minor. Same riff. It's either that lower one or sometimes it'd be that higher chord there. We got. And then we have this riff. So it could either be a chord again or just a single note, but it's 3 hammers like that. Boom, 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 da 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 boom. So you got a 7, 7, 5 pull off, down on that 5th string 7. So. And then we got Steve Gaines solo. Just doing our basic rhythm behind that solo. And then we get into the next verse. We'll have that little fill in it. Other than that, the verse is the same. Chorus will be the same again. And then we're going to get into a bridge. That last chorus too is going to have. We're going to hold that A minor for a while. And then we're going to get into a F major 7. I'm doing 3 on the A string. 3, 3, 2, 1, open. Got our F major 7, so we go. Kind of pick through it a little bit if you want. A minor. third set. So that one you might come up to the A minor up here and go little string 5, 5/8 on the second string, kind of 5 back to 5. So it's. And then we're gonna have that same chorus. So a similar chorus, and then we're gonna get into the Alan Collins solo. Now this is gonna have like a 1.5 step, real wide bend. So you're trying to bend like all the way to the sound of the 5th fret off that 2 right there. It's kind of hard to do on some guitars. This one's it's kind of harder. I'm using this extra finger to kind of help me get that leverage. So there's a kind of a couple bends before the new measure hits. And then. So I bent it up. It ended up being like a total of like 5 times. So there's like 2 lead-ins. So that 5th one, I bent it up and pulled it off. And hit another 2 open there. Now this one's going to be O to 2 on the D. You can kind of hit the B and the G strings for these opens. We're going to hammer on, pull off that 3rd string 2 open. Back to the 2 on the D. Hammer into that. And then we're coming up here. So. And then we're going to have. Okay, so the whole thing we got. Here we have 2 double pull-offs, 7, 5. So I bent this 8 on the 2nd string, 5, 8, 5 down here, 8 to 5. Okay, so once again from those bends we had. So we're gonna hit that 10 again and then kind of do 2 8s down here into the 10 on the 2nd. And then 8, 10 with the bend. 8, 10. 2 10s there actually, so it's like. Then the end riff is. So we bend the 8 on the 2nd, then little 5, 8, 5. You got that flat 5th in there, 8, 7, 5 to the 7. Slide that down. So the whole solo. We got that new riff. We got C note here, 3rd fret, 5th string. So we had a quick kind of a slide, 5 to 7 to the 5 on the D string. Big G. End up hitting that one twice. Same type of thing, 5 to 7, lower 5. So that's a B flat chord. We got 1 on the A string, 1, 3, 3. Over to the F there, and then we got. Here's a Gary Rossington fill. We're going 7 and 5. Okay, so that was. And then 5 to 7 on the G. 7, 9. 9, 12. 12, 14. And then up to like the 14, maybe the 17 up there. Anywhere around there is good enough. Kind of slide it out of there anyway. So you got. Now this time you start Gary's full solo. 14, 14, 12, 14. 13, 15 with a bend on the 15 on the 2nd string. And as we're bending that, we get the pinky underneath it on the same fret. Hit 3 15s down there again. So we got. Then we have a riff that goes twice in a row. So that's 12, 15, 12. Hammer on pull off. 15 on the 2nd. We do it twice right there, and then we're gonna have. So we're bending that 15 on the second 2 times, pull it off to the 13, 14 on the G. Then we have 15 and 12 in the bottom 2 strings, 2 sets, and then slide them out. So 3 bends on that 7, 5, 7. Okay, so that was the end of his solo, so we'll go through that again. So we got... So we got the little 5 on the D, quick 7 to 5 on the A. Kind of messing around with that bending on that 5. Then we go down to the 3 and then into that 5, 7 on the D. 5, 7 on the G to the 7 on the D. 5, 7. This is a cool riff. You gotta bend up and down on the 7 and then go into the 9 and get a 1.5 step bend. So 5, 7, and then you end with 5, 3, 5, 3, 1. Okay, so once again we got... And you can be trying your pinch harmonics and a lot of that too. So we got another verse after that, another chorus, and then we got Gary's next solo. We got... Okay, so we got stuff like that. So we're gonna have one of these bends. Then we're gonna have those 2 chords. Got that 7 on the D. And then we're gonna slide into this 9 here. 9, 8, 8 to 10 on the second. And then we're gonna have another slide riff. So 14 on the G, and then 13, 15 on the B, back to that 14. We're gonna bend that 15 on the little string. Down to that 12. Then we have a couple more notes. Then we get into a repeating thing. So it's 15, 15, 12, pull off. Goes like 8 times to that riff. Then you got this 13 and 14. And you kind of go down to the 9 and 8. So you just kind of got to listen for how the timing goes on those. Here we had 9, 7, 7, 5, 5, 2, 202. Then we start getting into it. We're bending the 7, kind of pinch harmonic, and that 5 below it. And as he's doing that, Alan Collins starts his solo. Kind of doing the same type of thing, and then Gary's gonna end with, and Alan's gonna keep going. Sometimes it'll have a double hit on the 17. So he gets into a bunch of bends on that 20 in there. And then he gets into this riff. So that's a second string. I'm borrowing those 17s. I'm going 17, 20 on the second, then the little 17. Then he gets into kind of reversing that where it's a pull off. So that was little 20 to 17 and then 17 on the second. After doing that for a while, he gets into a... So a bend up and down on the 20. And then you get into a thing where you're doing like a bend and then a downwards bend of the 20. And then it'll be followed with... So hammer on, pull off, 17, 20, 17. 20 on the second and back. Kind of does it all again. And then we get into that harmony lead. We got... Okay, so stuff like that. So we got 12, 14 on the D, same on the G, 13, 15, 15 up and down to the 14 on the G, and then do it again. Then we're going to the small string 15. So we got a, so listen for it on that, you know. And then we get into the, okay, so that's going to be 17, 16, 19, 17 on the D. Then the other guy answers that. Then we got 19, 17, 16, 19. And then we got 17, 19, 17, 16. Then we got the 18, 17, 19, 17. And then 20, 18, 17, 19. So check out the tab on these, of course, you got. So those last two don't have space between them. They go right into each other. Bend in the 20. Okay, so you got a double 17 sometimes. 3 big bends. We're back to our riff. Gary. And that's your ending. All right, that's Mel, Lynyrd Skynyrd. Great guitar stuff. Like I say, I have another lesson that kind of complete this with the Steve Gaines solos, so check that one out too. That's got tabs with it too. So thanks a lot for watching. We'll see y'all soon.